Say hunk your horn for peace. Well, imagine I sleep in the streets, feeding my people on the daily and think about ways that we get it and how we gon' eat. I'm thinking about changing the streets. For some shit that I seen in my sleep, dreaming about killers and murders and friends that I lost, can't comfortable dealing with beef. Holding signs OG, been holding signs for years, you only on weeks. Back and forth down the street, go wherever I want, just ask police. They try to beat me how weak. Now that I'm back and I'm better, ain't getting no sleep. Don't talk, just think. Imagine standing for peace and getting beat for it. That's what I go through. And I want to bring the community together, but the only pile in my face is being beat by the police over and over and over. In this spot alone, I've been beat 10 times.
Oh! Did you just fucking taser this boy?
Just back up.
Oh, yeah.
Back there, caught me by myself, put me in the suicide pod, said I was trying to drown myself in my own spit, banging my head on the ground and peeing in public. I be in the 50s, we be on Westport, we be on Independence Avenue, we be on 39th, we be in the 60s, we be in the 70s. It's because I want unity for everybody. Because we was taught being from the hood. See what I'm saying? Like, I'm from the 50s, I ain't supposed to be in the 30s, so I came to the 30s. Like, I'm here. You know what I'm saying? Unity means, like, us together. That's where it come in, building our own system. Like we did, we put our own food program together. Why you think every time we get a new grill, the police throw it away?
How the majority of the problems that you are dealing with today with KCPD, how did all this start?
Well, it started August 21st, 2015, the day I woke up from a coma. I ended up catching the police drop drugs by my friend, and they end up tasing me the day I woke up from a coma. So then something told me to hold a sign that said "Our Lives Matter." I ended up getting jumped on by the police.
The same day?
Nah, it was like a week, 2 weeks later.
And what was the reason for that? Just because you said what you said?
They said I was bringing too much attention to 35th and Truce.
That doesn't make sense. Of course, we know that. So after that incident, how much harder or how much more did they tend to start kind of interfering with your life?
I've been beat 12 times after that.
After that incident, so it's a total of, taste that one. So that's a total of what?
It's a total of 15 times. This is the day I got tased. I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah, we can see it.
He just got out of a damn coma. Get off of him. He ain't even do nothing.
I got a two-part question for young bro.
Yeah.
I got a two-part question for you. You know what I'm saying? Being from the Mo, having history in that bitch, family still in that bitch. Can you, for the people and for the black nation of niggas that do go through that constant harassment of who we come from, what we come from, tell the people who your mother or father was that made them feel like you was the person to attack.
I mean, I feel like basically it started because when I woke up from a coma, God told me to do something. And in a coma, I was seeing that I was the reason why my friends was coming together. So when I woke up from a coma, I ended up getting tased, and then I started holding the sign. Then I got beat. So that right there, it came from basically like I went to these violent areas where, you know, niggas is killing niggas at. And I went over there and I went to disrupt their peace, the corruption. And basically I feel like we took that extra quarter away from them. It wasn't because who my mother and father was, cause shit, my daddy, I ain't know him. My mama cool, but we wasn't close. It was just like me and my mama got close after she started seeing what I was doing, how a big of an impact I was making on the city. But it's stopping that extra quarter. It's basically my focus is on not getting them paid, so I stop my
Right.
friends from doing crimes.
That's a way to put it.
Real shit. Real
That's
shit.
a way to put it.
You know
Definitely.
what I'm saying? And I wasn't trying to take nothing away from you, young bro. It's
Oh
just a lot
no,
of times, like me being from KC, like I come from, you know what I'm saying, originally Little Rock, where, you know, the history of, you know, back in the day, how shit moved, you know what I'm saying, how people know each other, our families be in different cities and move. And sometimes we never went nowhere else. Like there's some of us that my daddy was a gangster on this corner and did this and that. And all they seen was that he pimped hoes or he sold moonshine or he did this, that out the liquor store. Like our niggas did the doolies and the Dunlaps, even though they let their power over to see where they was and what they was doing. But like you said, just niggas get a check, period. You know what I'm saying? So I felt like, you know, seeing your videos before all that happened, like seeing you just, you know, on Instagram or whatever, live, having fun on the blocks like we do, to seeing all of a sudden, every time we see you, it's an incident with them. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I asked that question. But at the
yeah,
same time, it is still the same situation. Why y'all keep rolling up on this person or that person, fucking with them, attacking them?
yeah,
So it's
man.
good to see. It's good to see that out of that, it is really just on some squash a bug type shit. Like, cause nigga, you will say something or you will fucking make a ripple in the water, in a pond or whatever. We gotta shut you up.
Yeah, the crazy part about it is they told me if they ever catch me by myself, they gonna kill me. And I had got hit by a car in 2019, 8/29/2019, and I got the dash cam footage, and y'all wouldn't believe what this dash cam footage says. Like how it amused them and how it tickled their stomachs to hear I was hit by a car. To just say like, tell the man like, oh, don't worry about it. We ain't charging you. We ain't giving you no ticket, no citation, nothing. You on private property, you good. And if he even touched your car, we gonna charge him with it. And like, bro, when you talk about sickening, bro, I just want that brought me to a realization. I want all the dash cam footage because I feel like just by that incident, if they're so comfortable with saying all this and the cameras recording, I can only imagine what they were saying about me when they pulling up on me to beat my ass.
Making plans.
That it's like it was planned. Like that's how I'm a beat this whole system. Is because once I get this dash cam footage, it's gonna open up doors to where you can hear it. Bro, they were saying like, let me show y'all this. Look at this. Cause I just posted it on my Facebook because I'm like, I wanted to see like
I
how
got a
how are they
question. Hey,
allowed
I
to
got
get
a
away with
question
it?
for you. I
Yeah.
got a question for you because it's been plenty of times me and you've been booked in at the same time in the county jail. So yeah, it's been plenty of times I done held a door open or you done held a door open for me in the county jail. So therefore, the last few times I want to get this correct. I don't know if I'm hearing wrong. He say she say. The last few times I heard that they never even booked you in and not letting like in 3 hours between times you can got in handcuffs. It's like they just had a party, just having a look at you to
They
see who
they
you
just
were.
sent me in this. They pulled to these parking lots and they called more officers to come see that I'm in the back. And it's the most. When I mean y'all wouldn't understand how it feels
Like you
because
some kind of freak show.
yes, like the last time I was like in tears. Y'all, I was just saying, God, please protect me. That's all I could say. Like I would just say it out loud. Like God, please protect me. I was crying in tears because they caught me by myself. And it would just so happen that somebody hopped out and recorded that. I feel like that's what saved me, because they would have just got me out of there quick and nobody would have known what happened to me. They'd have just sat there and said, like, he killed himself. Like, they already tried to do that one time. They tried to kill me and said I was suicidal, and it's wicked, bro. I don't even know how to explain it, because at times I be feeling like, why are we here? What are we here for if this world ain't for us? You know what I'm saying? Like, so I be having to catch myself. Like, I have to be strong because some of the strongest warriors went through the toughest battles.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta realize this world is, but we are here for a reason. We are the first here. So realize that, bro.
It's honestly though, you said that, and I understand it's true, but sometimes it really feels like we just here to, be somebody else's bitch or something. Like we just like some experiments.
No,
It's like nothing.
I start
A lot of times
thinking.
it seems like nothing is ours.
I start thinking like this. In the Bible it says those that was last will one day be first. You know, the the chosen ones. Have hair of wool, skin of bronze. You know how man will want praise from man and not praise from God, or how we was always cursed because we wasn't following the command of God, the commandments of God, but we'll follow the commandments of a law.
Right.
So it was like I had to learn that God had me on a mission, and the mission is to bring the people together because it is strength in numbers. Now, if you notice, black people have not got justice for nothing except when something go viral.
Right.
When it's
That's
viral,
even that's rare though. That we even get the justice for it.
no, I'm gonna tell you the truth. When it's viral, we get justice. Why? Because they know black people gonna stand up together. They gonna forget all their problems and stand up. But because we let that fire die down, it doesn't matter anymore. It's only a
let me
moment.
intermit. Let me intermit and give y'all this jewel of what that problem is. And I keep telling y'all. I need all y'all to go read this and quit. Let me tell y'all this. The next time we have this juncture to meet and converse, that y'all can say, I read this, I seen this. Go read the rule of Lynch. Go read about the Lynch syndrome. It's not
The
just
Willie
grabbing
Lynch
a
story.
girl. It's not.
I
Wait
remember you talking about that.
a minute. Let me speak to y'all and drop this knowledge. See, everybody think it's a story, but it's really in a book that you can go read. It really is written in his verse to them, and in the verse of what they proceeded from what he said to them. But what they did take from the words he said to them was what they did and what we know as Uncle Tom's and house niggas to this day.
It's called the Willie Lynch story.
He told them the same thing that Malcolm said to us, the same thing that Martin said to us. We will not open our ears, let alone our minds, to listen to it and grasp it, to really be effective like you are and will be with what you're doing. We cannot let them divide us anymore. We will forever fail in our quest, in our conquering, in our dominance, as long as we listen to them, as long as we let them keep us divided. Because that was their plan. That is how they winning. As long as black to brown is divided, and somebody's a house nigga, somebody's a nigga to run back and tell the nigga that we're fighting what we're doing, we will not succeed. And those are us that stand together, actually stand together.
Yeah.
It's a lot of half stepping. And
Exactly.
I definitely read on that story.
And nobody steps forward.
So understand what you doing. For any nigga that'll knock you, if he stands beside you and he'll knock you, he do not need to be beside you. I don't care if he a shoot or not. He is a weakening. He makes you weak until he can grasp what you're grasping and see what you're putting upon him to see and grow up like you grew up, my young black brother. He is not a part of you. He is not about you. He is not really with you. He's just along for the ride.
I definitely learned that. Like, I've been out there so long. I've been out there 7 years, so I got so much knowledge just being out there. Like, my favorite speech was, I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of his creed. You know what I'm saying? My favorite book was learning why black people mindsets is still corrupted. It's because of the Willie Lynch story. You know, how he said if they know who they was, they'll be an unstoppable nation. Or how, you get more white people protesting with you for a Black Lives Matter moment than black people will. And how you yell Black Lives Matter and they're screaming, but you'll say White Lives Matter and they'll look at you like crazy. So I had to
All lives
learn.
matter. That's the truth of it.
That's what I stand for.
We can't and won't grasp it because of that syndrome. Until we get beyond and beyond that. You know what I'm saying? And that don't mean stop fighting. That don't mean stop doing what you're doing. It means to see and make more see. That's why they call it crabs in a barrel. Because crabs really don't see good and they only move what way?
I'm not even for the Black
Side to side, like the rap.
Yeah.
Like the left and the right. They move side to side.
It was a decoy.
This fight, you gotta be prepared for anything. You know what I'm saying? I'm prepared for anything. I ain't gonna lie, I'm prepared to die. I'm prepared to keep standing. I'm prepared to pause for a second, figure it out somewhere else. Like, it's just, you gotta work all ways around this. This is not a physical warfare. This is a spiritual warfare, to be honest, because a lot of these people have minds of wicked, This just didn't come overnight. These people was born into this. So it's like, what I be out there doing is waking people up to reality. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when I was out on the corners in these neighborhoods and the hoods and getting these little kids to put these guns down, standing in front of these guns, that meant something to me because we breaking the curse. And I see why they was beating me, because literally, like, I was showing the proof. I was showing the proof
for the wrong you done in your past.
No.
They coming up being naive.
No, I wasn't even a bad kid. I wasn't in the streets. I was with the shit, but I'm only sliding when my cousins say we got something to do. You get what I'm saying? I ain't out there looking for trouble.
Okay, now see that? That's what I was saying. For your past, for the wicked that you did not know, for the things you didn't know not to do. Like, we all grew up, bro. Like me, I can say I gang banged, I took lives, I had lives taken, I went through shit, kick-ins, all that. I deal with rope and short. You know what I'm saying? I'm an 80s baby. So don't think in no way where I'm saying something, I'm knocking you. I'm at the same time having this conversation.
You for all the wrong you did, like, no, when God told me to do something, I just did it. That's where it came from. It woke me up to reality, because I didn't see life like that. I didn't have a lick of care in the world of what to live for. I was living to die. So it was like God woke me up and showed me something different. Just like yesterday, I went to court. Do y'all know I got banned from 35th and Prospect? I'm not allowed to go there no more.
You're not the first person.
No, but my whole team. And the difference is,
you're not the first person, bro.
No, I'm not saying I'm the first person. What I'm trying to get you to understand is it's a difference. I'm an activist. I'm a nonviolent activist. So it's like, I'm not just out there standing on these corners. I'm actually standing on these corners stopping violence. So for a judge to not see it in my favor and not see that I'm out there promoting peace, and only see that the police have just arrested me over and over, not see that I got lawsuits against the police, not investigate this, it just shows me that I'm gonna have to fight harder. You know, I'm ready to put together a protest, a big rally that I don't care if it was
See,
3 people to show up.
And do it and be willing
judges
to
don't
get
work for
locked
you
up
though.
again. Because that's the ticket that I'm telling you. I'm not saying
Judges
you
don't work
violent
for you.
or you not violent. What I'm saying is,
They work for the
whether
police.
you
They
got a
work for
pass or
the
don't got a pass, bro, you black like me, nigga.
Judges
I'm not
only
even
work
in
for
Kansas City no
who
more.
they work
I'm
with.
in New Mexico. I see a whole different type of races, a whole different type of hot shit soul, all that. So trust and understand. Growing up in Kansas City, going through the shit we went through, I went through, me and this nigga right here who this is podcast go through, I understand what you're going through. Like I said, I done seen your videos. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, don't get it twisted. It's because I'm not a Kansas City. I'm
I
in
tell
Holy.
people here that don't get where y'all at that I come from and the shit you going through. It don't matter if you good or bad. Where
I
I
can tell
come
you
from,
right.
if you black, if you brown, nigga, if they pull me over, you getting the fuck out with me.
I got harassed around what 2-3 years.
It's
Yeah.
not no that dark nigga get out the car and you stay in the car.
Hey, like
If
for
you
real,
with me where I'm from, if they pull me
like
out the
no
car, you
real
getting out
shit.
the car too.
Hold
Nigga, you
on,
know that.
hold on. Like for real, some real shit. Like we got arrested like for 3 years, bro. 3 whole years. Me and her. They really wanted me, but we got arrested for the whole 3 years until we got the fucking black man.
That's what I'm saying. They don't
We
care.
couldn't
Where
walk to the
we
store.
from, they don't
We
care
couldn't, nigga. We couldn't walk
about
to
male,
church
female.
just get a fresh air and take a walk on Gregory, nigga. To just we couldn't do nothing. If I shot myself in the leg, they was gonna follow me for real.
Nigga,
They was on.
remember the last time when I was in
all the
town, when I
time.
came through safe and walked to the store with you. What did I tell you that day? You will never see me walking again. And every time I pulled up on you, since then, nigga, have I been walking?
No.
And as dirty as I was before I left this down, nigga, my car always clean.
Hey,
I
I'm gonna
know
say
how
this.
Kansas City do. You ain't
When I
got no
started
dope
coming
well,
down,
here's for you.
before I started working all these hours, and I started coming down on 35th and Prospect with you, my phone ain't never started doing none of the weird shit it started doing ever since then.
That's how it been. But
See, my
you gotta
phone was like
expect
that
that.
before we got here, and then we go back. And
Yeah.
I tell niggas, it don't matter how many barbecues you do, how many school events you can do to get backpacks, fucking donate and all that. Kansas City treat niggas this way. Where you go other places, it's some whole different shit.
Yeah.
absolutely.
I represent and present for any nigga, any black man I know that ain't on fuck shit and bullshit and ain't on this gang bang old dumb shit where you gotta be in the streets. That's the only way you can get your money. That's the way you talk. No, nigga. Go act. Go sing. Go rap. Go do something. Go play ball. Go build a fucking house. But get out of Kansas City. Stack your money and get out. That is not a place meant
It's
for
hard
us
to
to
stack
win.
your money in Kansas City,
Even
though.
though
Yeah, it's hard.
they
It's
rep
hard.
it,
It's hard. It's hard.
they rep the
I need to
Midwest like
know.
it's
It's
meant
hard.
for us to win,
It's hard.
like we winning.
Hey, honestly, for
There's
real,
no
for real,
winning.
look, for real. I'm gonna put it to you like this. Honestly, as a person living on the bus line, knowing you can do shit on the bus line, everything else in the whole 9 yards, it's hard to move around in Kansas City right now as you speak. It's hard, bro. Real shit. It's hard. It's hard to stack your money up in Kansas City right now. It's hard. Price of living in Kansas City is ridiculous.
Outrageous.
You would think you should
And
be living in fucking California. For real,
It's getting outrageous
you should be
everywhere,
in the capital
but it really is.
crisis in Kansas City.
Only way you gonna get something cheap there is if you find a hotel that do the cheap ass $350 month to month, or
Ain't no, them ain't no
you go.
Them ain't no
supposed to be like
350.
$469.
But I've been gone for a
Them
minute now. Come on, give me.
motherfuckers like
Well,
them.
actually, no, they 6 something a month. Six,
Look,
no,
Look,
a month.
look.
Wait, a
This
month.
my
A
point.
month
This
is
my
a
point.
couple thousand.
This my point.
Yeah,
Y'all wait a
It's
minute. This my
2,000.
point, and not to get away from shit. For
shit, a
one,
month.
like I
That's a
said,
big dream.
Nigga, that's a big dream.
I haven't been there for a minute. Y'all know I've been gone 5 years, maybe 5+ now. But I'm saying,
Hey, look. If you try to stay in
that's
the hotel
the
for a
biggest
week,
thing
which
with
you pay
Kansas
for any
City is
hotel, the most you probably
the
spend for
taxes
the
and the
less you
police.
look, the less you spend it for a weekly rate at a hotel right now in Kansas City. Right now, the less you probably spend it is $225, $250. Other than that, it's like $350 and up.
Hey, like I said, I ain't been there in a minute, bro. But we ain't gonna get away from what it is, cause that's another fucked up thing where I could say Kansas City is not meant for a nigga to live. Say
Nope.
you are in some type of hotel, residential rental. Let a motherfucker lie on you and the police get called. You out.
With
You
quickness.
out. And the motherfucker want to keep your money.
And see, you know
So
what?
now I gotta come back later. I gotta come back later on some man shit, on some you not just gonna take me shit, and get an even worse case than the first one.
And see, they know you're not gonna go nowhere, Troy.
Right.
So they're gonna continuously fuck with you. They know you're not gonna leave Kansas City.
Hey, you know what?
So you giving them something to do.
Hey, you know what? This is how you get these motherfuckers, for real, for real. You get all the homeless motherfuckers you know that need housing and everything else. You go in these motherfucking vacant houses. You know, been vacant for like years. Ain't been, just boarded up windows and all that shit. It's vacant for years. Start cleaning up the motherfuckers. Have them start cleaning up that motherfuckers and have motherfuckers start buying heaters
Bro,
and shit like that, bro.
I do that every day,
See,
bro.
see,
Have
he can
motherfuckers
do that.
squat like
He
a
can do that, but I'm
motherfucker.
gonna say this: the fucked up
Squat
part
like a
about that
motherfucker.
is
At
where
the
he's
well,
allowed
on
to
that
take
motherfucking
care of and
house.
clean up his neighborhood. They say they want that shit. At the same time, they can come out there and tell that nigga he's on somebody's property, trespassing, this and that, when all the fuck he doing is making the neighborhood look better.
Yeah,
It's a
see, they don't want to do
catch-22.
that. They want to do it. They want to do it on their own so that they can take the credit. But if you're doing it yourself, it's
They
gonna be a
never gonna
problem
do
because
it
you're
on
taking
their
away.
own. They never gonna do it on their own. But as
We
him
know
being a
that.
black
You know
man
that.
doing it,
We know
and
that.
they
That's the
already
problem.
fucking with him, I'm
They
telling you.
want the low income, the hood, the whatever the fuck they want to call it. They want it to stay that way. They don't want that. They don't want change in them. So anybody who's
There are
going
a
to
lot
try
of
to make
him.
change,
There are a lot of him if he in front of a house cleaning it up, if he painting that motherfucker, whatever him and his clique decide to do. I'm gonna tell you how the police work. They can pull up, and they will pull up and tell him he's trespassing. Tell him the owner called in on him, and the only way that he can prove them wrong is the same way he been doing shit, making sure it's recorded and making sure his fucking voice is heard. Making sure he know where the fuck he's supposed to be. Because if the police is involved, nigga, if you ain't got a motherfucker that can say really for them, you ain't supposed to be in front of their house. And they get a lot of motherfuckers with that because niggas will not go learn their laws.
Nope.
That's every law they can throw at you is one that contradicts they shit.
absolutely.
Yeah.
I wish people would wake up, but I don't know what the fuck is wrong. It's
The
so
problem is
frustrating.
people do not realize that Lynch syndrome is real shit. It's not a myth like the boogeyman.
Hey, I need everybody to learn their 10 commandments.
Fuck them 10 Commandments.
I know it don't mean nothing now today, but it will
Niggas
get
need
you a
to learn their
long way.
commandments. like they laws. You did.
Learn your
If you
fucking
don't
law.
know the law of the land, how the fuck can you know the law of the
Yeah,
land?
where
The
you
Ten
got
Commandments is the law of God's land, our Father who was in heaven.
the
Now,
one
the
that they
law of
swear
the
on the
land, what
Bible
white
is
man
what they
say,
don't
you need
follow.
to learn your motherfucking what they call it, the Constitution. I got the
I'm reading
right
that
to bear
motherfucker
arms.
right now.
I got the right to protect property. I got the right to protect family. You ain't even got to put that shit in the Constitution for me to be a man to nut in a bitch and have a seed
The
for
common
you to
sense
think
shit.
you can take me or my seed, let alone the bitch I'm nutting in. What the fuck? Now, Eve
Common
listening
sense.
to the damn serpent biting the apple, that's some other shit. That's some domestic shit. You mind your goddamn business, let me take care of this. But see, that's also why they say there's always three stories. Your side, their side, and God's side that everybody knows.
Yeah. So, Troy, aside of them, you know, with the arresting and harassing, with you, I know you put out a song
Yeah,
that
I put out a lot of
when I
music.
seen it, I said, yeah, this is about to really piss them off. Like
Yeah,
for
it
real.
did. They beat me a week later. They beat
A
me
week
3 days
later.
later. 3 days later.
Damn.
As soon as I dropped it. And they was playing it when I went to jail.
Are you serious?
I swear to God.
Did the song get more hype or less hype afterwards?
Yeah, more hype.
Yeah,
It's
They got more
definitely more
hype.
hype.
it did.
I think that motherfucker didn't even went viral, bro.
I mean,
It did. I kept
we
seeing it
gotta
on
ask
TikTok. I
these
ain't even gonna lie.
questions just to show the point of the point with the point from the leader.
So, did they ever mention the song after after the fact that you had made it? Did they want you
Oh,
to take the song off? I mean, like take the song off of social media.
Did YouTube drop the
oh, they was
song?
mad. They was more mad. They can't tell me I ain't. They know I don't care about. I ain't taking nothing down.
Okay, let me ask you this. Has YouTube or any other
Plat, platform.
media platforms that you put the song up, took it down?
TikTok. They don't like. I made a song called "Show Me Your Fish." I made a song called "Show Me Your Fish," and some little kids was
Mm-hmm.
making videos going like this, and they said it was terrorism behavior.
Oh
TikTok?
wow.
Hold on.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Out of all
Hold
the shit that we see on TikTok, I don't even have
on.
TikTok, but I see plenty of shit. TikTok.
Hold on. I see people
Not
on TikTok
YouTube, not
all the
IG, but
time doing the
TikTok.
exact same
God
shit.
damn. That is
They do
shocking.
that to some kids.
That's fucked up. TikTok let everybody put everything on their bitch. TikTok ain't even for
Right.
grown people.
I don't know who the fuck TikTok is for now. I don't know. I don't know
Yeah,
what it started
TikTok,
out to be. I don't know what it
TikTok
is,
the
but
new
I know.
OnlyFans. Man, fuck
I
that.
think the Chinese is racist. That's what I hear. I'm who know I'm a judge.
I say put the song back up on TikTok and every other motherfucking major media that you got a fucking account on, bro.
This, this is crazy. So, what made you finally decide to file a lawsuit? Like, when did you actually start that?
Well, I've been trying to get with a lawyer for the longest, but it was like,
Hard to get one to take that?
man, it's hard to get a lawyer against the police.
Yep, I know. I tried it. I tried. I ended up giving up.
Yeah, I
You'll
got
whoop
one.
one
I
ass
got a,
before you get a lawyer.
I
I'm
got
just
a, I
saying.
got a, I got a lawyer.
I know you did, but I'm saying You will want to ask before you get a lawyer, and I'm just saying.
I couldn't even get one with the state, so against the state, nobody was fucking with it.
Point and so. Go ahead, bro.
Oh yeah, sorry. Sorry.
What?
Go ahead, bro. You finally got the lawyer and everything.
When I got a lawyer, I had to talk to him. You know, I really had to convince him to take my case serious because the lawyers will tell you flat out, like, they talk to you how they talk to you in court, and if you can't get the words right, they ain't going for it.
Your perfect term, your terminology, your little legal
Yeah,
terminology.
you gotta convince them that this case is winnable.
Basically, if you couldn't tell the story the way they see in the video or better, if you couldn't articulate, they wasn't
Pretty
fucking with
much
it.
tell the video in your head. I mean, without watching the video, you know, you need to
No,
get
what they
telling
do,
it,
I'm gonna tell you what they
to get
do.
into the end
I'm
without even looking
I
at it.
didn't need it. I didn't need it. Domestic violence, talk cases, and shit like that. This is what they do. If you go get a lawyer to take the case or something like that in that nature, what they do is, as you telling them the story when you go first meet up with them, for them to see if they want to take the case, you tell them the story. What they do is they go on and correct you, like, okay, well, we ain't gonna say this. We gonna say this. Now go ahead with your story and say this. Ooh, and so on, so on, so on, so on, so on.
No, see, that's what they do a nigga that can't articulate. And if you can't do that, they really dismissing you. But what he's saying is not only could he tell the story with no lapses with the video, the lawyer told him,
We'll just say how to do it.
if you can't tell this story like the narrator, like if they would have beat him to where he would have forgot something. He's saying the lawyer telling him, like, nigga, you got to be able to remember everything, depict everything, say everything. And I ain't gonna be able to take this case because they already, you know. So I feel him like, nigga, I really had to find somebody that would listen to me while they telling me, nigga, I'm listening to you. If it don't sound right, I ain't fucking with, like, it's like that shit fucked up. And that's the way that Black America is treated. To where the lawyer sat there and did what the defense attorney would do to him and really tried to crush him. And if he didn't have the will and the gumption to fight like he does, he wouldn't have found the lawyer that he found. He wouldn't be able to fight the fight that he's fighting.
So right now, while I'm on the phone with y'all, I'm actually writing a complaint to the DOJ, Department of Justice,
Mm-hmm.
and hoping they get back with me too.
So this is really your first time contacting them, period, on this
Yeah,
whole thing.
I don't know. I feel like nobody in this system cares about nothing we got going on. So, you know, it's like fighting
A ghost.
fire with grease. So the more I try to ask them for help, the more information they knows about what they doing to me. But I'm just doing this in prayer and hoping that somebody will look in this and really investigate. You know, it's a lot of wrongdoing, and I got a story. Like, I've been beat, tased, beat.
So
And
practically
it's fucked up. It's
doing
fucked
what?
up.
Nothing.
Because it's like, what the fuck is it going to take? Me to get shot and lose my life for a
For
little bit
everybody,
more attention to
for
get paid
justice.
here?
Yeah.
Because you ain't the only young black man in Kansas City that's fucked with or been fucked with like that.
You
It's
just don't want
cases
to
worse
saying
for
something.
us. And I'm not taking, wait, let me say this. I'm not taking nothing from yours at all. But I know homeboys from back in the day that's been murdered by the fucking police. And nobody will listen to their mamas. Nobody will listen to their friends. Nobody will fucking listen because the color of our fucking skin and how that motherfucker rock. Clay County. And I'm gonna end my shit there. Y'all go ahead.
Yeah, Clay
It's
County is
just,
scandalous.
yeah,
Boy.
they give us the wrong. They did it dirty.
Going
I
up
ain't gonna
too.
lie.
Going to Kansas is scandalous too.
Mm,
Man, I'm trying to tell you.
shit, they all bad. But they all of them.
Shit, North Kansas City. What they call that? Used to call that one.
The Bumblebee.
Yeah, before they closed it down. That motherfucker scandalous.
So, what are some of the things that you normally do in the community on a like literally on a daily basis? Because I know you was always doing something.
We do a barbecue. I mean, I made that an everyday thing because there's a lot of people out there that need food. We give out clothes. I give out clothes because there's be a lot of women down there prostituting. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't like them looking dirty, and I try to get them a little hope to want to do better. So we get them, nice clothes, nice shoes, and then try to hope that they won't go out there on the streets. Sometimes it works,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes it don't. I do a party out there because the party is the distraction from.
That
Basically, when
area.
people see a party, they automatically think it's a function. But then they get there and then they notice that it's a peaceful gathering. But then the party also works in favor that I'm not ever by myself.
Hey, bro,
Okay.
that's still a function.
That's my function. That's my way of functioning. You know what I'm saying? I made it like that for a reason. Like I put a party behind me so the police would never catch me by myself. But my constitutional rights say I got a right to a peaceful gathering. So that's my peaceful gathering.
What's that? That. Which
So,
is once again, I'm gonna go back to saying we gotta teach our little cousins, big cousins, black folks to go read a book. Go know your laws, bro. Not just these ones that's coming to be put in motherfucking motion now, but what was in motion, what is in motion. To where I say there's laws that contradicts laws. Like y'all remember
oh man, big time.
why Johnny Taylor last $2 is so hot of a song? I mean, it's a
Big
good
time.
song, but do y'all really know why that's a song?
Mm-mm.
Because in Missouri, if you read your law books, you cannot walk around without $2 and a fucking ID.
Mm.
Missouri used to be one of the biggest jaywalking, ticketed motherfuckers in the world.
That
But
I
if you
know.
don't read the laws, if you don't know the laws, you won't know where they could simply get you to where they just motherfucking white clan men with badges wanting to shoot and beat our asses, even to this day.
Mm-hmm.
From
That I believe.
80s baby to 90s baby, from 70s baby, even 60s baby.
Mm-hmm.
Why motherfuckers be right skinned from New Orleans with that whole motherfucking French Quarter shit. Just
They ain't
like
gonna go there.
if you know how to flip money, you buy it in a bundle from a broke country, you wait till a fucking war happen, and you sell it to another motherfucker. Or you know a motherfucker finna go to war with them, and you sell them they dinero on that motherfucking American dollar, and nigga, you just made fucking 20, you know, or whatever, you know. But then you gotta make sure you pay your fucking taxes, because America's a bitch.
Fucking taxes.
That's why really, I'm gonna say this for any real and all you real sisters and brothers, get like me, get off this rock. I don't give a fuck. You buy you a fucking island in the middle of the fucking South Pacific. Get the fuck off this rock. I own a business or a house in this bitch, but I'm always over there.
I don't do water around me.
When that nigga, hey, fuck that, I do.
The coronavirus,
whatever.
fly right now.
Let's go do it.
Look, if we could fly right now and the coronavirus wasn't as bad as it was, I'd be the one sitting by the window.
I don't do water.
Southwest, stop flying Delta. Don't fly Delta. Don't fly Spirit. Fly Southwest. You can fly anywhere you want to.
I know better than fly Spirit. I would never fly Spirit.
As long as you got a mask on, you fly anywhere you want to.
I don't give a fuck. Somebody was paying for my ticket. They better not send me on Spirit. I would call them like, I hope you got a refund.
Oh, good.
Hey, cousin.
And that's on God.
Hey, cousin. Don't be a goddamn down turkey. All right, let me tell you something. From Rufus, Rufus, not your baby daddy, Rutherford Jones. Don't be a goddamn dive turkey. You can fly anywhere the fuck a motherfucking dollar will take you right down the gate. And I know because I got a homeboy that's doing it. Virgin Islands, I might be moving down there. It's islands, I can buy one. Go ship and sail to the next fish. Hey, and I heard the water is so beautiful and tranquilizing. Oh.
So, Troy, during the times that was that last year, I believe, when everybody was having all the marches, and was that last year? The shit went on so long. That was last year, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so I see you quite a bit out there downtown marching it with everybody, and for several different reasons. What made you move it to downtown and actually be downtown for as long as you was?
When I spent the night down there?
Yeah.
Because I just felt like I had to. I felt like if I didn't, then nobody would stand up for us. So I put my pride aside and I went down there because I didn't want people to keep speaking my story. You know, a lot of people was going down there like, oh, let me tell you about Troy Robertson, what he going through. And I can't stand a privileged person speaking for the unprivileged.
Yeah.
So it's like all these people that's speaking about my struggle don't live down here, ain't never passed out a lick of hot dog, hamburger, nothing in my neighborhoods. So it was like, allow them to speak for me or go down there and speak for myself.
Mm-hmm. That's just crazy. So, did you feel like you were being heard, you know, even with the mayor?
No.
He said a lot. He said quite a
Say
lot.
it again, brother.
Fuck the mayor.
Say it again.
Fuck the mayor. Let me say why.
During this time, I had called his office. I called his office.
Say that shit one more time.
And sent him a
Fuck
letter.
the mayor.
Shit.
I'm telling on his ass in the report right now. Even the mayor covering up for them.
After he got in office and all this shit started happening, I couldn't.
Hold on. Before you say that, can we not have one more umpteen motherfucker with a badass kid? Or they ain't shit neither, caught up in their own scandal for Kansas City?
No,
I mean, I know we know from the
it
mob
ain't
and
gonna
all
happen.
this and the real. Why the fuck? And this is another thing. If Kansas City is so fucking about some shit, why can't we build up none of them buildings for the homeless, let alone to have a real fucking museum? Why the
I
truth
remember when
about
they built
18th
they
and
gave them
Vine?
little tiny houses.
Why the truth about 18th and Vine really can't fucking be told?
I don't know.
But they still want to beat us in the streets. See, because 27th is always going to be the dividing line. Now they moving us out south. Well, I ain't going to say now. They started moving us out south to move them back down north. It's integrated as fuck.
Ooh, now it's
Exactly what they would say they didn't want to happen. For blacks and whites to be fucking and running amongst each other like mouse or rats or whatever the fuck. It's happening. So why don't y'all just go ahead and tell the fucking truth? Kansas City always been the most motherfucking integrated town in America. It's middle America.
mm-hmm.
It's the place where your backyard might open up and a missile shoot out of it.
Middle of the fucking map.
But y'all still want to beat,
Ain't for the
crucify,
country.
and kill niggas in middle America. Shame. Shame. I salute this black man. I salute that black man. I salute that black woman. Even though she might get on my nerves.
What do you so?
Or yours.
What
But
did
they
you
keep
think?
tearing us down, and we gotta fucking show these people what the fuck it really is. We gotta put the history out here and keep speaking and keep doing.
So what do you think the real reason why the police hate you? What you think they cover it with? Why do you think the mayor's helping them cover it up?
Me?
Yeah.
Cause man, I'm telling you, this dash cam footage that I'm about to get is gonna open up a lot of doors. Like they too comfortable, bro. They too comfortable. And basically I let them book theyself. So if you don't speak on it, then guess what? The world hears it. I mean, you don't want that? Look at the
Yeah.
proof I got.
I mean, but also, let's get a little bit deeper and get into the question that you're being asked. What makes you, as a black man, when you know other stories other than yours as a black man with yours, as horrific as it can be, the pinnacle to really like be the fire or a fire or a difference from any other story that's told or could be told.
So what makes my story unique?
Yeah.
I'm still alive.
Good point.
No matter how many times they try to kill me, I'm still alive. I got right back up from how many times they slammed me on my head to where I passed out from a seizure, or when they put me in the suicide pod, gave me some medicine that made me pass out that could have killed me because I got epilepsy. I mean, they try to do the works. Made me run into a tree.
Drop
Made me
in
run
a
my
car.
new car into a tree.
So let me ask you a super nigga to a super nigga question. Are you the next Malcolm or better?
I mean, I think mine is different because what they forgot to tell us is if we want
But
somebody to stop.
no. It ain't about different.
No,
It's
No, I
let him
mean
finish. Let him finish. Let him finish. Let him
the
finish. What you
reason the
say, bro?
reason being is
all
of
right.
course them who I look up to. But it's like what makes me different, what set me aside is they forgot to tell us that if we want somebody to stop looking at color, then we gotta stop looking at color ourselves.
Preach.
So yeah, I mean, yeah.
So that shouldn't have been a thing.
Slang that word, nigga. Slang that word.
I mean,
Like my name is Swamp That Nigga, and I ask these questions because, like I said, I know about your story. I pay attention to the channel. Also, anybody that know me know I was going it back in the day. I'm an '80s. Wasn't even supposed to be birthed that I feel, but shit, I tell motherfuckers to this day. Folks' problems is y'all don't have a relationship with God. Y'all don't know God. Niggas don't believe in God. I never see the day that I thought the oppressors, crackers, the powers to be to get this fucking bullshit to be realistic. Like anybody that ever read the Bible, New or Old Testament, it says the devil's plan is to make you think I don't exist. But before you read his plan, the shit says that God cast it out. Michael and the others. What was our angels became our enemies. How the fuck you don't get? So I say, people were missing and really ain't woke. What Bible were you reading? And it took me getting out of that hellhole and getting away. And before I even left, it took me reading more than one book. Because see, if you read the Quran says a lot that the Holy Bible does. And you can depict where the difference come in. But then you got the barbarian Bible. Then you also got the Catholic scripture. And they believe they know everything. But they the nastiest motherfuckers when it comes to religion out there.
Yeah, it's different when
It's
you
just
said
so and all that
Catholic.
shit. But here's the ticket. If you really do go read the motherfucker, not just go to church and hear what the preacher say, but if you really go read it, man, and don't just go read it, but go read it, and when you read it, pray to the Father for understanding in what you're reading, because sometimes you got to read it twice, 2, 3 times.
Good times.
But when you read and you read them scriptures from text to text, it makes so much sense in what his rule is and where men try to put their fucking rule into it. And that's why even in the Bible it says, but every oppressor, the oppressor oppress you. What that means is But everything you trap, capture, try to slave, take over without my rule, my judgment, you shall see the same fall that you give it. So really, all niggas gotta do is learn to love niggas like our southern ancestors taught us. Our western ancestors taught us. I forgot what they call him in Africa, but I'ma say what God taught us, the Alpha and the Omega. From the lion to the shark, nigga. Look at the lies they tell us right now about these hurricanes that they hit where they didn't hit. But then when you go look from what you done heard about to the fucking shit that's named, why would you name something that doesn't touch land? That's like naming a baby that never came. But y'all know what? That they start leaving out, just like the history books. Really, every hurricane that spins off the coast of Africa, off the Ivory Coast of Africa. If you go look right now on the national motherfucking weather fucking map and see the last two, Harry spent off Africa. They said it wasn't making landfall, and all of a sudden, that's the second one that hit New York that they don't want to tell nobody about in the news. It's not important news, but you keep seeing the posts of how the fucking New York subways and shit is flooding and all that.
Yeah.
Trains riding through sewage and all that. That's because of that. But America ain't gonna, you don't see where Donald said fake news. Bitch, what wasn't fake news was what was said was from you. Even Twitter blocked this nigga off their shit. So you can't call it fake news when you doing it and saying it.
Yeah.
You can't say it didn't or it ain't happening. Me and my wife was just watching. They say Arizona got massive rain and all this, even with all these wildfires that's supposed to be going out here. We didn't have our tsunami season. Nora didn't come up the peninsula and come through this bitch and dump good rain. We in drought out here, right? How? How? The government fucking thing is to divert attention. Whether it's this young man and him being constantly beat up by tyrants, the biggest gangs, the police, or the military. You know what the fucked up part is? They can lie and say it wasn't the police that whooped his ass. It was the agents that got sent with the whole COVID shit to go here and there and all that. What's been going on for years, the fake ass drug war. Even though I'm sure this can show stints of working jobs and getting checks to say, ain't no drug dealer.
Where you at? 35th. I'm in the street. What you doing? Starting the fire, feeding my PPP. Why you do it?